morning, good morning. Remember I told you we had a $3,000 tire grant. This is for the removal of tires along right-of-ways. So we received $3,000 and we spent $500. So we need to send back to the state a check for $2,500. And if you'll notice on the bottom of that paper, I sent the report in real early, but I was waiting for them to okay my numbers, and they just the other day called me on the phone and said, we're not going to send out a letter. You're fine, just go ahead and send a check. And I said, well, it's not going to be there about 15. But I'd like for y'all to go ahead and make a motion to maybe do the check today, and I'll get it in the mail tomorrow. And they said, absolutely fine, no problem. We picked up 400 tires along the right of ways, and the invoices behind that is what they charge per tire, which comes out oddly $500 each. But the state agrees with the numbers, I agree with the numbers. All I need to check from the treasurer's office. Okay, move on.
We have a motion and a second concerning the waste tire grant. I'm going to have Ms. Brown read the motion.
The motion is to approve a refund check to the banker of $2,500 concerning the waste tire grant.
Thank you. Any questions or discussion on the motion? Ms. Brown, you can call the roll.
Ms. Ashcroft? Yes. Mr. Kirk?
Yes.
Mr. Laswell?
Yes.
Mr. Bradshaw?
Yes.
Mr. Roberts?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you all. The next thing I have is I want to close, as I emailed you all, I want to close one parking spot. I want to move our recycle dumpster from over behind the senior citizens building. I want to move it over here beside this dumpster. And then I've got the other one for the judicial and for 911 sitting right over there. This dumpster over there is kind of going to be in the way for parking, and we're also getting a lot of stuff in it that's not supposed to be in it. So I can get your all approval to close one parking lot, then I'll get QRS come out here to make sure we can get our truck in this one. If it isn't this one, then I can move it over there by the other dumpster, but I just need one space.
Action is requested, please.
So will they have a dumpster at all?
Yes, we'll still have two dumpsters. We're just, Mike won't have as far to walk, and Don will be able to walk closer. And Don's getting at the age where we
Well, I was
can
kind
get.
of wondering about the seniors.
Yeah, no, seniors will still have one. They may have to walk a little bit further, or I can go get it for them.
That was the one I was concerned
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Have you talked to the senior citizen center about this?
No, I haven't. I can.
One lot over here.
Yeah, one lot here, or I just want one lot and I can figure that out later. But I'm thinking this dumpster right here will serve these two buildings a lot better. That dumpster over there will serve that building and the senior citizen. It will be, it probably won't be 20 feet. Well, it's not. I think they're using the dumpster, the senior citizens. I told them to feel free to use it. But I can't remember if they said they were or they weren't. But anyway.
With that said, Director, would you please consult with the Senior Citizen Center, talk to Mary Wilson, ask her if she is using it,
Okay.
and then bring that report back to us.
Okay, and then y'all make a decision?
Yes.
Sounds good to me, I never thought about that.
Thank you, Ruthie, for bringing us.
Yeah. empty yesterday, so for the public, we are scheduled to have our, now we're not calling it our amnesty anymore. We're calling it a waste tire event for some reason, I don't know why. The waste tire event is going to be in Boulder County on 9th, 10th, and 11th of October. So if you have tires on rims, automotive, commercial, truck tires, you can bring them to me. We'll unload them, they'll be recycled. And actually, the recycled tires are this year actually going right over off Dixie. We're setting up a big recycling center there, and the cement people are going to burn some, and then so we'll work out real good for Boulder County, because if we get overwhelmed, the turnaround time on the truck's not going to be nothing like it was. So I was pleased to hear that yesterday. So there again, now I'm not going to have it at school. I have made arrangements with the Brewers to have it almost in the same place we had it last time. There's going to be some dirt that's got to be moved. They've assured me that we'll have plenty of room. The reason I'm not going to do it at school is talking to the contractor yesterday. His excavator is cracked. We ended up tearing up a lot. So
Now describe again, Director, the location.
it'll be right off Buffalo Run on the right beside the Shell station. And if that, of course, we've got plenty of time, but if I find something that would be more suitable, we'll put it in paper, and I'll be letting y'all know every meeting. But, and we've got a contract to sign. All I have is an example. They're going to email me this first of next week. I'll make the changes, get to the county attorney's office, and then maybe we can vote on that, and I can get that up to them, get that going for waste tire thing. Any questions?
They will take, company tires?
No, we will not be taking any, the big old Firestone retail scrap yards, recycling centers. Nobody can bring us tires other than off your farm, out of your yard. I think last time my very first tire amnesty, I got 90,000 tires. The second tire amnesty, I got 30,000 tires. So the state, throughout the whole state of Kentucky, we're seeing a decrease. So hopefully this program it is working. It's just a matter of fact, just a matter of getting everything cleaned up. But it's good, and I think it's good for everybody in Kentucky, not just Boulder County. I think it keeps some off the road. You still gonna have a few. I know y'all missed me while I was gone. I appreciate the warm welcome back. But I will tell you, anybody in this room, if you ever get the opportunity to go to California to the Redwoods, go. It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's like going back in time. Hard to believe. But anyway, I'm back. If you need me, call me. Can I be excused?
Yes, you may. Thank you. Director Rogers, do you have anything?
No, ma'am.
Thank you. Director Miller, come on up with group quotes.
We got three problems, and I got three quotes. This is going to involve tearing off the old shingle, put a new metal roof on, and also one on the back part of the shelter. Put all new screws in, we repaint all the back end of it, sealing it, put new gutters up. And I got a quote from JD Home Improvement. Their bid is $61.48. I got one from Watson. His bid was $4,600. And I got a bid from Duke's, $57.50. And that's, replacing all the bad wood that's coming out, all in all, the stuff off. That's the quote.
Okay, Director Miller. total amount on the dues roofing?
Total amount on the due is, 57.
Okay. Would you like to have action today on this?
If I need to get it going, so roof it, leaking, and the rain,
Okay.
it doesn't,
Good. Which place is this?
Mr. Mitchell, see, we're not gonna take any questions. Hold your question
Too
until
late.
the end of the meeting,
No.
please.
It won't work that way because I just want to know
Mr.
what you're saying.
Mitchell, Mr.
Wait,
Mitchell,
I hear you.
please hold your question until the end of our meeting. Thank you.
You know, good.
Thank you.
uh,
Were you speaking?
no. I did put this in the budget too.
I make a motion to take the Watkins Roofing Company bid.
We have a motion on the floor. Do we hear a second? We have a motion and a second concerning the roof bid. What? Go ahead. Well, let's let Ms. Brandon read the motion first, and then we'll have questions and discussion. Yes. Ms. Brandon, you may read the motion.
The motion is to accept the bid from Watkins Roofing Company at $4,600 for our repair and annual shop.
Good. Okay, yes, Ms. Shaw.
That was the $3,000 that Ms. Ashmore took out of the animal control budget, was out of that line item, therefore just leaving $3,400. And Mr. Woods on that.
Lisa, when that put back in?
So there's not enough to, either that or you can take it from another line item, from this budget.
Magistrate, it can be done. And if it can be done and this roof is leaking, so I highly suggest we get it fixed.
So we said it'd be in the, does it need to be in the motion that we take, which is 3,400?
Yes, ma'am, that is what it is, that's what it's on.
Let's just make it 1,500 come out of the, reserve. Is that what you do?
I think we need to go through the whole process. Just approve it. Right. Just
I didn't know we needed to make it.
I think we need to have a motion for the 4,600.
Then you'll just do it line.
Yeah.
Is there a motion to include that additional $5,400?
I think our motion, our original motion states what we wanted to say, if I'm not in here. Ms. Brandon, read the motion one more time.
Yes, the motion is to accept the bid from Watkins Roofing Company at $4,600 for repairs to the animal shelter.
We have, I need to have a motion in a second. Are there any questions, any more questions or discussion on this motion? Hearing none, Ms. Brandon, can you call the roll?
Ms. Ashmore?
Yes.
Mr. Hunt?
Yes.
Mr. Blackwell?
Yes.
Mr. Bradshaw?
Yes.
Ms. Roberts?
Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Take it away, Director Miller, you get your roof fixed. Ed Esterton, is he here today? June Lowry. Okay, management on old business. You want to make a break? Okay, I'll make a motion to take a 10-minute break. Do I hear a second? Thank you. We have a motion and a second to take a break. Any questions or discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Brandon, you may call the roll.
Satchel? Yes.
Yes.
Take a break.
in the water.
Oh, I can remember the first time I heard it.
Yeah, it was out in
It's just typical stuff that we do.
What do you mean the service fund?
Yes, I am. I mean, you gotta sit up and you're, yes, I do, running it. Certain charts, yes. If the dealer agreed with it, could there be the $1,200 taken out of the line of first and sent and pay that bill?
Yes, because you all approved a $35,000 transfer to your HIP line item last week.
Then I will make a motion for the TK, money coming out of line item, data losses.
That's still money for the budget, you understand that, it's not commissary money, that's still,
I know,
okay, I just wanted to make sure you understood.
so it's, I mean, special enough. I don't know.
Okay, so we have a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
I'll second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. And I'm gonna have Ms. Brandon read the motion.
The motion is for the Hartley Detention Center invoice to be paid under the HIP line.
Okay, any questions or discussion on the motion? And Jayla Knox, would you please come to the podium? Or Jayla, just stand right there.
Yeah.
Just stand there.
That was what the original plan was, to take it out of the line item of the old HIP fund that was still there from the beginning, before this budget even started. So that's where it should have came from the very beginning.
Okay, so what we're doing is.
Right, that's what I had asked for
right.
from the very beginning, just take it out of the line item that was already there.
I understand Hardin County doesn't even have a HIP program. Why did we send this to Hardin County?
They do have a HIP program.
It comes from the place called,
That's the name of the company that services them.
Out of Russellville, Kentucky, right?
No, they're there, that's just where, just like our force off is not from Bullitt County, but that's who services us. That's just the name of the company that services them. They have a program and then they have a director.
Now, is she still going to continue to be on this program?
That is not my calling, that's the judges. If you want to either ask Judge Ferris or any other judge, that's theirs. That's not my call.
I suggest we stick to the topic at hand, and that is to pay this bill. The motion has been submitted. We've had a second. Are there any questions or discussion concerning this particular motion? Hearing none, Ms. Brandon, you can call the roll.
Ms. Ashcraft?
Yes.
Mr. Hunt?
Yes.
Mr. Blackwell?
Yes.
Mr. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Palmer?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you all. Number 2, under old business, this is another first reading of ordinance 14-11. It's an ordinance amending ordinances 11-07 and 13-25, and relating to authorizing the sale of malt beverages, wine, and distilled spirits by the drink and package, the sampling of wine at any licensed Kentucky small farm winery, and the sampling of distilled spirits at any licensed Kentucky distillery on Sundays in Bullitt County, Kentucky. The reason why we are having another first reading is because we have changed the time from noon till 6, and now it's going to be noon till 10 p.m. Unless I'm incorrect. If I'm incorrect, someone please correct me.
Who made that request?
Rick Clark. Rick Clark, let me answer your question.
That changed the ordinance as well that you all adopted prior, over. We changed all that.
and relating to the authorizing the sale of malt beverages, wine, and distilled spirits by the drink and package, the sampling of wine at any licensed Kentucky small farm winery, and the sampling of distilled spirits at any licensed Kentucky distillery on Sundays in Bullitt County, Kentucky. Be it ordained by the fiscal court of the county of Bullitt, Commonwealth of Kentucky in summary. Number 1 sets forth that the sales by the drink and by the package and the giving of complimentary samples of distilled spirits, wine, and malt beverages may occur in Bullitt County on Monday through Saturday, limited only by the revised statute or regulation of the Department of Alcoholic Beverage Control, and on Sundays between the hours of 12 p.m. and 10 p.m. Number 2 sets forth that if any provision of this ordinance is deemed unconstitutional or invalid for any reason by a court of competent jurisdiction, that such provisions be deemed a separate provision and shall not affect the validity of the remaining provisions of this ordinance. Number 3 sets forth that all inconsistent ordinances are hereby repealed. Given the first reading at this regular meeting of the fiscal court of Bullitt County, Kentucky on the 15th day of July 2014, and set for a second reading at the regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 5th day of August 2014.
Thank you, County Attorney Robinson. And then on August the 5th, we'll have the second reading of this, and we will also have the public hearing. Number 1, under new business, adoption of detention center policy and procedures handbook. Taylor Knox, you want to come to the podium and in the event that there are any questions or comments, or you might have a comment to make. Good morning again, Taylor Knox.
I really don't have a comment on this, DOC forms that we have to handbook adopted, adopted in 2012. Along this inspection and Florida or not being adopted for the year. I'm sure you got that paperwork and you want to the same as I did. Adopted. I had that paper in the county attorney's office.
Well, actually, she said that you didn't have any changes. But last night, late after hours, I was contacted by the magistrates getting their information together and asking for our concerns. And the reason it wasn't adopted in 2013 because the handbook that we wrote said we need to in June of every year, just like our administrative code, is because I believe in February of 2013, when you were here with Mr. Ferris, and it was acknowledged on the record that there was no narcotics policy, we had discussed putting a narcotics policy into the policy and procedure handbook, plus supplying us with a list of those narcotics so we could track down the proper destruction order, match them up with the proper files. We made 4 written requests for that, and I haven't got any policy change on it. So what I would advise for today is at a bare minimum, if we need this today, since June 30th was the deadline, to perhaps consider approving it on the condition that we get a policy relating to the narcotics section. And the other 2 sections that I would recommend them looking at in light of our current situation is the written policies and procedures for the HIP program, as well as policies and procedures for the operation of commissary accounts. But most certainly the narcotics situation, because that deals directly with contraband. And we were trying to help you place up, when you said you told me you had a large safe full of narcotics, and you didn't know what cases they went to. And then previously, you all had been, before my term, burning them behind the jail, so you can't burn behind the jail anymore. And I had requested 4 times for that, for what that list is. So we can match those up. And there was supposed to be an inventory done, and I think the sheriff's office had offered to assist. I don't know what the status is. It may have been done in somebody else's office, but they know ours.
I don't remember about not knowing what the case is. Usually if we have a case, we have a lock area. We have a case, we submit it and bring it back and hang it. We know what cases they are, we may not have destroyed it. In the past, what had happened was the court would give us a destroying
Construction worker.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
we
so
have
we
to-
would, you know, we would do away with that way. There's times that we would do away with the, bills or anything in the sheriff's department bonds. But I mean, there's another way we want to do it.
If you recall, came upon the line when the drug policy was challenged and the court was voted. I think Mr. Ferris will bring it to our attention because I wasn't aware that narcotics were being stored in jail. And if we weren't aware, as my office was, then you don't have destruction orders. We have to know if there needs to be a destruction order. So that's when the request was made to itemize the list of narcotics and provide that to us so we can match it up. And I believe we had commented on some of them after the report that we weren't for sure. And I said, that's okay, because we had helped the sheriff's office go through their evidence logger and just to give us whatever you had and take an inventory on that, and we would match it up to get that. Because I've been here for 3.5 years and we haven't destroyed anything. Chances are, A, nobody knows it's over there, or B, the case is already over. And we need to get a policy procedure on who handles those, because I believe Mr. Ferris started talking about what captain it is or whatever position, but none of that,
We have one hand that actually handles the,
but none of that's in the handbook.
So I can do this.
I suggest that we get this narcotics component in the handbook, and Jailer, can you get that information to the county attorney's office?
Oh, yeah, I mean,
And then on the office fiscal meeting, I certainly don't mind having it on the agenda if that's not going to be
I don't know if that can be done that quickly, Judge. Just to be truthful. I mean, I don't know how much she has in inventory. I mean, before it said it was a safe that was full of the stuff, and I don't know how big the safe is or what that means.
Okay, well then, my office will look forward to communication from Jailer, all the forms of communications and you, when I put it up on the agenda. At your convenience, it's fine with me.
okay, I just need to, try to get it on the next one, because DOC is waiting.
They can give you approval upon the condition that things they would like to see, that way it gets past your deadline. And that's what I would probably encourage them to do. So you approve this, and whatever conditions you want to put on, you can give her 60 days to get that back to you, that'd be fine, but it'll get her past her deadline.
I don't mind doing that, if the magistrates don't mind, approving what is before us, and then giving under the conditions that the following be, implemented.
And you want to decide what you want those conditions to be. Like I said, I think there's 3 areas that needs to be looked at.
Can I read your book now?
If you want to make a motion for that, but I think without doubt, to get her past her deadline with the state, that we need to give some form of conditional acceptance. Because when the jailer and I rewrote the handbook the first time, I think it had been touched for decades. And,
2003.
Right.
Then 2003, and then 2000.
Okay, Magistrate Hunter, will you please proceed?
I've got 3 requests only. Procedure relating to the administration, safety procedures, training personnel authorization, seizure, storage, notification to law enforcement agencies for the handling of narcotics or any contraband materials inside the detention center. Number 2, procedure for handling of all home incarcerations program or participants, specifically addressing the administration of said program, fiscal management, monitoring, emergency and safety procedures, admission and release personnel training, including but not limited to the intake, monitoring, notification, completion or violation process, fee collection process, and access to monitoring on a day-to-day basis. Number 3, procedures for handling all of the money to the commissary account, specifically relating to the administration, the fiscal management, personnel, security and control, employee training of the account, including but not limited to the intake, monitoring, recording, distribution, and access to account management reviews on a day-to-day basis. That's it.
Okay, I suggest you make a motion saying that the current, procedures handbook is you
As these
support
to the
it
procedures handbook.
based upon the condition of certain use requirements. So you want a motion to that effect?
I make a motion to include these three procedures in addition to handbook. You can have a copy. If you need that right now, I can pass it on to you.
Any questions concerning the motion? County Manager?
I think the motion needs to be worded different, It needs to give her approval today. On the conditions that you all are putting in there, give her a timeline, that way she gets taxed her state anything happens done at a certain time.
Did you do that, Brittany?
I have the motions to approve the detention center policy and procedures handbook, on the condition that the jail provides a detailed procedure for supplement to this handbook on the following areas, which I will include.
And will you just read all, just, you don't have to read all three, just read the three most important words.
Narcotics.
Yes.
Home incarceration and the commissary account.
The motion has been read. Are there any questions or discussion to the motion? We have a second. We may have a second. Okay, give a second. We do have a motion and a second now, and the motion has been read. Are there any questions or discussion concerning the motion? Ms. Brandon, you can call the roll.
Ms. Ashcraft?
Yes.
Mr. Hunt?
Yes.
Mr. Westphal?
Yes.
Mr. Bradshaw?
Yes.
Mr. Roberts?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you, Jamie.
Also, can I go ahead and do the other one?
Sure.
The surplus on the ambulance. The old ambulance is, on your list, it's number 5. It's a 2005 white ambulance. I've given the VIN number, also on your agenda here. We need to surplus it out because it has an electrical problem that it will just stop in any section or anywhere, just quit. So there's no way, it's gonna cost too much money to be done. It was surplus originally from EMS, then you go work through in it. So I was wanting to surplus it, but I was wanting to, take it to ambulance, drag it out, because if we put it on the, .gov, it's gonna be like 3% that we have to pay, which is not that much, but if we take it to ambulance, the waste, we're gonna get more that way in pocket, than we would if we sent it to .gov, which I don't think anyone would even purchase it at this time, other than experiment.
I'll make a,
There's nothing in it. There's nothing in it, plus it doesn't run well.
I'll make a motion that this vehicle be surplus and the VIN number is on the agenda. It's a 2005 White Ford ambulance with over 300,000 miles and be taken to Amen Salvage. Do I hear a second?
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or discussion? And Ms. Brandon, you can call the roll.
Ms. Ashcraft?
Yes.
Mr. Hunt?
Yes.
Mr. Westphal?
Yes.
Mr. Bradshaw?
Yes.
Mr. Roberts? Motion carried.
Also, I had to check for receivables for the month, last month, 6/1/14 to 6/30/14, amount of $14,235.19.
And Jacob, anything else? Thank you, Jalen Locks. All right, let's look at number 4 on new business. Actions requested on advertisement for financial planners. I'm going to go ahead and make a motion that this court advertise for financial officer, which is in the budget. And my office is happy to create that ad and email you all before we put it in the newspaper so that you can give us qualifications that you deem appropriate. Do I hear a motion to my second? Did you get there? Yeah, I hear a second my motion. Thank you, Bridget.
With all the activities for the financial planner, he is going to have, he or she is going to have a assistant. Okay.
At this point, I'm just looking for a second to my motion to advertise for a finance officer.
I'll second that motion.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions or discussion? I'll have Ms. Brandon read that. Please hold your questions till the put in the meeting, Mr. Rasner.
I just wanted to
Please
know,
hold your
Judge,
questions till
if y'all were gonna,
Mr. Rasner, please hold your questions till the put in the meeting. Thank you very
will
much.
court still be in session?
Thank you for your cooperation. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
The put in the meeting means before adjournment.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Next, will you please read the motion?
The motion is to approve the judge's office to create an advertisement for a financial officer. Upon creation, to report that all actions or suggestions for changes in one official action.
Excellent. Any questions or discussion concerning the motion? Ms. Brandon, can you call the roll?
Ms. Ashball?
Yes.
Mr. Hunt?
Yes.
Mr. Rattler?
No.
Mr. Rattler?
Yes.
Judge Roberts?
Yes.
Motion carries.
And number 5. Number 5 is concerning action being requested on the surplus property from the sheriff's office. And Carl, you're next. Hello, Carl. Okay. Any questions for Carl concerning surplus this information? I'll make a motion to surplus the equipment. We have a motion and a second. Any questions or discussion? Let's read. You mind reading that?
Number 1 is Kodak East Share Docking Station, and it's got the number. Number 2, small trailer with keyboards and miscellaneous PC items. Number 3, box of miscellaneous doorknobs. Number 4, remote film camera. Number 5, Polaroid film camera. Number 6, HP printer H470. Number 7, 1 P Local net. And it's got numbers.
That's it.
Okay,
I'm on that. That's it.
that's been removed.
Yes, ma'am. There's another agency in the county.
Number 8, box of miscellaneous wires. Number 9, time clock. Number 10, 4L bracket. Number 11, 32 Maxell EHS8. Number 12, Lexmark Opera printer. Number 13, 2010 Ford Crown Vic. Rack. Number 14, 2005 Ford Crown Vic. mechanical issues, high mileage. And number 15, 1998 Ford Crown, high mileage, 1 hour. That's all.
Thank you, Manager Ashball. And, did someone second that motion? Okay. So, any questions or discussion again? Hearing none, Ms. Brandon, can call the roll.
Ms. Ashball?
Yes.
Mr. Hunt?
Yes.
Mr. Westfall?
Yes.
Mr. Roswell?
Yes.
Mr. Robert?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Number 6, under new business, action is requested on FEMA lease. Manager Ashball, is in your report. Would you like to read the important information? Thank you.
This lease is made interview to the 30th day of June 2014 by and between Board Fiscal Court and parties of the first part, Board Fiscal Court, leasers, and Virginia Patrick as the leasing. That for and in consideration of the amounts to be paid is hereinafter set out and subject to the provisions contained herein. Leasers do hereby lease the leasing and property located at 130 Salzburg, Shepherdsville, Kentucky, consisting of lots 516, 517, 613, and 614, that have possession of the above stated premises for a term of 1 year. This lease shall commence on the first day of July and is terminated in England on the first day of July 2015. The leasing agrees to pay to the leaseholders as consideration for the leasing of the described premises, a sum of $1.
Thank you, Manager.
Yes, I'll make a motion to pass this, to approve this, lease.
I'll second that motion.
Thank you all. We have a motion and a second. Any questions or discussion? And Ms. Brandon, may call the roll.
Ms. Ashball?
Yes.
Mr. Hunt?
Yes.
Mr. Westfall?
Yes.
Mr. Roswell?
Yes.
Mr. Robert?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. All right, number 9, the surplus to EMS vehicle. So we can cross off number 9, and we've done number 10, new hires for EMS and dispatch. Am I missing anything on the agenda? Okay, any other business from the fiscal court before I take public comments?
I'd like to ask Deputy Judge Lisa Craig if you received a letter back from Mayor Jim Evans regarding the, you haven't heard anything? Thank you.
All right. Citizens, you will have 3 minutes to speak uninterrupted. Fiscal court members will then have the opportunity to comment. And they will be commenting uninterrupted. And then lastly, citizens, you will have 1 minute for rebuttals. Sandy Diggins, would you like to come on up since you signed the paper?
Well, actually, it just takes a.
Well, will you please brush your podium? And those who did not sign up can speak, as I have let you know. You will have 3 minutes as I have directed. Yes, Ms. Diggins?
I just wanted to,
Thank you.
thank you, not taking as long on the animal shelter's roof, getting that, roof fixed as you did on the, jailers for the human beings. But, I thought that was ethical that we didn't have to, wait a year to get their roof. And I really don't need a regular comment because, I think I don't need it.
Ms. Diggins, did you have enough time to say what you want to say?
Yes, I did.
Thank you. All right. And without having to sign up, you're welcome to speak at this point and provide your opinions, your Yes, Mr. Ledger, will you approach the podium? Good, is it afternoon? No, good morning, Mr. Ledger.
Good morning, Judge. Thanks for letting me speak. I just have a question. I wanted to know if the job description for the financial planner has been approved yet on this report prior to putting the job in the paper for the position.
And I'll look at the information for that.
I just saw it first time this morning.
Oh, first of all, did you have your 3 minutes? I want to make sure you have enough time to, because you have 3 minutes. Okay. Did you want more time? I mean, did you want to say anything else?
All I want to know if it's been approved.
Okay.
Pretty simple.
We never voted on it as far as I know this morning. And we just got it as far as, this morning.
Very good. Thank you so much. I'll get it.
Thank you, Mr. Rasner. Is there anyone else who wants to comment? Hearing no other comments, I suggest that I will entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion to adjourn, do I hear a second? We have a second. Any questions or discussion on the adjournment? And Ms. Brandon, you may call the roll.
Ms. Ashball? Yes. Mr. Hunt?
Yes.
Mr. Wonderful? Yes. Mr. Rackle?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.